this is something that I've been aware of. I've known about this concept for quite some time, but to be honest, I've never really dove into it as I had this last week. And Darren and I have had some interesting conversations about this topic, but really, it seems to come back to the day that the United States was sold. That's a scary concept. And, so before we get into this topic, let's go into a little bit about David here from Homage TV. On to the incredibly depressing topic of the losing of the United States. Yes. So this is one of those topics that really kind of ties in everything that we talk about on this show. And it really kind of starts with the beginning of where the country started to get lost, in essence. I mean, you could say that, there's plenty of people, and myself one of them, that would say that the corruption and the way that the country went down can be dated all the way back to the beginning of this country. We even touched on that a little bit last time. In that very room, in the signing of the Declaration of Independence, there were people in that room that disagreed, Federalists and anti-Federalists back and forth. Oh, yeah. But, it started in 1791, really, where the area that was supposed to be Washington, D.C. was officially called the capital, and it was named after George Washington. And then it moved on to 1801 with the Organic Act of 1801, where control of the D.C. area was formally placed in the hands of Congress. Now, right there, that's something that is, these are people that were already living in these areas, that had control of these areas, had small, interim governments, and just based on this act, that was taken away. Now, the whole point of this conversation today is the idea of the United States of America switching over into a corporation. And that's something that's, heavily debated, whether that's true or whether that's a fact. But in 1802, this is undisputed. Washington, D.C. was officially incorporated. That's well before the Act of 1871. But in 1802...
I gotta turn that off. Hold on. Whew. Mind blown. Mind just... Boom! 1871, people. 1871. Keep calm. Focus on the Act of 1871. I finally had a chance to look into this, and oh, by goodness. I have to go Wanda on this one. Oh, by goodness. Act of 1871. Goodness gracious. Googa Mooga. How to rule the world. How to dominate. Make a whole plantation full of slaves. Dr. Evil. So I'm here on Dr. Evil's lap because I figure, I like Mini-Me. Am I like a little, is that like a little chocolate fudge twist Mini-Me, little jungle fever Mini-Me, like this? And this man owns a cat. So first of all, I'm gonna talk about the Act of 1871 because I finally had a chance to look into it, and oh my goodness. I see why y'all flipping out. I see why every time I post or something like 1913 and 1933 were just follow-up projects for dominate the world. You inside the continental United States. Goodness, Googa Mooga, do you need to pay attention? Please stop following the leads and follow the money. All right. This is why we have a worldwide empire. In 1871. The Constitution was suspended. The federal government became a corporation. Now you tell me how some janitors for a corporation gonna be selected and create laws. Doesn't happen. This is a bad one. This might be a bad one. I might hit a few triggers, and that's okay. We live in a mental illness apocalypse, people. You're supposed to be triggered. You're supposed to have outraging people. Stop fighting with the outraging people. Just start having discourse with them. Is that Ivana? You started this. By the way, y'all blame this one on Ivana. Just blame this one on Ivana. Just blame it on everybody. Just say it's your fault. It's your fault. He done flipped out. I started with a video she sent me yesterday, and of course it was entitled something that I would watch. What was the name of that video I posted? You can post it again. It was Abby Martin interviewing some brother. I don't even know his name. It was called Giants. And I was like, Abby Martin talking about Giants? Oh man, come on. Of course I'm gonna watch this. I'm like, yes, we're going to ancient archaeology, the Giants, the film. Abby, welcome to the club. Welcome, Abby. No, that was not that type of giant. Yo, you need to send it to Susan too. She need to watch this. Good morning, how y'all doing? I look at 1871. It blew me away. But it started with that, right? It was talking about the giants that actually rule the world. The intercontinental mega corporations, holding companies and industries and banking, the real giants, not the Nephilim. Hey, I don't know what they might be on vacation. I'm not there. They might went to Melmac 7. They went somewhere. Good morning. I want to talk about the Act of 1871. I don't know a whole lot about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. You want to know about the Act of 1871? This is the wrong video for you. I'm just getting exposed to it. I mean, I kind of knew this. I kind of knew it. I spend my time reading modern law, and I'm slowly going back in time and reading old law. Oh my goodness, they've been after this country for a long time. If you were tired of America dropping bombs on your head, this is what you need to focus on. America has no control of their country. Now, I think we had a little bit of control, a little teeny. The presidents could choose the color of their jello on Wednesday. I have changed my position. I have changed my mind. Presidents got no absolutely right to anything. They're not allowed to do nothing. They can't choose the color of the jello. They can't even pick the mop that they sweep up the floor with. They can't pick up nothing. They don't choose nothing. They don't choose the antibiotic. They don't choose nothing. They're just actors, people. All of them. Actors. Keep calm. Follow the money. Ignore the leads. Focus on the Act of 1871. The great thing, it was unconstitutional. That was a great thing. When they made the United States corporation, and technically they didn't make the United States a corporation. You can't make the United States a corporation. It's owned by the United States. It's actually republics. They created a corporation and they fooled everybody into consenting to the rule of a government for the Washington D.C. area. And I'm like, nah, I ain't like Washington D.C. y'all. You know, I grew up not too far from there. I used to go there all the time. I love people in Washington D.C., but y'all don't get to rule me. But besides that, they didn't have a right to do that. So Act of 1871 created a government for Washington, D.C., and they didn't even own Washington, D.C. You had people who lived there. You had people who were farming there, growing some hemp, doing sustainable things. So this is why the world is being dominated by a banking world empire, and America's the tip of the spear because they sold out the Pentagon to everybody. Please, please, please pay attention. Anyway, good morning, Patricia Hauser. Good morning. We got Kati in the house and Christine. Yeah, it all matters to you. Kati over in Germany, because y'all, we pull y'all along like puppy dogs without testicles. We just pull y'all along. Any war we have, we say, did anybody call it Germany? Time to get some of their young kids. We need to go send them to war too. Just get some bombs from them. We do this to everybody. Good morning. Who's that? Rebecca, Susan in the house. Oh, is that his name? I'm Professor Peter from Sonoma. Y'all need to watch that video. Need to watch. Anytime Abby Martin does a video, you need to watch it, share it with your friends, let your mom sit your mama down, let your mama watch it, sit your kids down, they need to watch it. This is how the world really works. It does not work how it's on TV. Same with me. All about the giant. Yeah, Christine, well, that's how she got us. Hey, people know me by now. All you gotta do is put some UFOs or aliens in the topic, and I watch the whole damn thing. I was into about 30 seconds, Christine. I realized Ivana got me. I was like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. We not talking about giants. We're talking about giants. We're not talking about speculative giants. We're talking about giant. The real corporations that run this world, because nations don't exist anymore. You continue to vote for these morons, it's not gonna get us anywhere. Is voting gonna help? I don't know, and I really don't care, but I'm not voting for Washington, D.C. I'm not voting for Washington, D.C. to be the author of my rights, my authority. Hell no, I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna vote for Alabama to be the author of my rights. I ain't voting for Tennessee. I ain't even gonna vote for Belfast to be the author of my rights. You know how dumb that is to vote for somebody to be the authority of you? That's just dumb as the day is long. Y'all, we need to break this down. We're going to talk about the Act 1871. Let me pull this up real quick. Good morning. How everybody doing this morning? Y'all doing good? Y'all getting ready to vote for your 2020s? Sita said actors, all of them. Yes, Sita, they are all actors. And they're good too, girl. They're good. Emmys. We need to start giving out Emmys. That's what I think. Is that Ty? Ty, you need to do an Emmy broadcast. Just give out Emmys to the politician. I want to know who the best politicians are. I think we should have awards. We should have ceremonies. We should have categories. Who created the most outrage, who took the most money from the pharmaceutical industry, poisoned everybody with synthetic cannabis and cannabis that has the worst poisons put. Did y'all know this? Let me tell you something about cannabis real quick. If y'all, my druggies here, y'all here, did y'all come? Y'all get up this morning, they out there chasing rats or something, they seeing stuff, eating mushrooms. Be careful. You smoking that cannabis, smoking that chiba, you need to be careful. Because now they're starting to honestly talk about, now that They're regulating cannabis. You're finding out the pesticides they're really putting on this stuff. The deep, dark secrets are coming out. These cartels, what they're doing is in the parks, the national parks, right? Because it's not legal to Washington, D.C., the people that got the police state and the military to murder you, throw you in a cage, the two political parties, the actors that everybody keeps voting for. You can't grow it. And so because you can't grow it, the cartels are growing it in the forest, right? And now you got the forest rangers and the DEA going in the U.S. forest to get the cannabis because they got to clear, what they'll do is they can't grow it in the public area because you got too many tattletales in America, got too many snitches. Snitches ain't getting enough stitches. And so Americans that tell on you because that's what they do. We're trained to do that. Grew up in like 3rd grade. Take names. Somebody took names. I'ma take names. Tell on everybody. And so the cartels are growing them out in the woods. They're clearing land and they're planting these big fields like it's Colombia. And so the thing is, how do you get something, cannabis, that's delicious to deers? Oh, deers love it, bears love it, marsupials, all kind of animals love cannabis. It's their food like it's your food. It's got cannabinoids and they love it. Cannabinoids make a deer strong and healthy, and cattle too. And so they put the most noxious, toxic poisons on these plants. They do, what? They actually, when the park rangers go to clear these fields, let me change the music. When the park rangers go to clear these fields, they actually wear chem gear. They don't even there are some fields because they put so much. But if you're a gardener, you understand what I'm saying. You know how hard it is to keep your deer out your yard? It's hard to keep deer out the yard. Man, I've been chasing deer, yelling, screaming, all kind of stuff. You could throw rocks in the distance, the deer look at you and laugh. Come right back around. I think I already told y'all the story. That time I got caught outside in my boxer shorts with a buck. Yeah, bucks, they'll run from you. They'll run from you year round. So they got that rack. They don't do a whole lot of running when they got that rack. When they got that rack, you're not gonna chase them out your garden. But the only way to keep deer out your garden is you gotta spray the wolf urine, the deer fence, and put up fences and get a dog and chase, because deer gotta eat. They gonna eat. You grow cannabis in the forest, you have to put the most noxious, toxic, poisonous, horrible chemicals on that plant. Don't be smoking that stuff, people. I'm sorry. I know I don't tell you what to do, but y'all need to be careful. You running up the healthcare costs and mental illness. Oh my goodness. And so there are some plots that they found with these chemicals on them to keep all the wildlife off of them so it doesn't affect their crop yields, that the DEA and the park rangers won't even touch it. They say, no, we're gonna leave that right where it is. We're not even gonna try to burn that field or deal with it for a month or two until the rain can wash some of those, the most horrible toxic poison in the land that's just smoking and putting in your lungs, down into the water and the streams, and then they'll wear gear to go out and clean it up. Anyway, that's what you get when you don't follow the money. You get poisoned when you don't follow the money. Your kids get poisoned. So I don't even want to go into the whole cannabis thing. That's not what I want to talk about. Anyway, you need to ignore the leaders, people. Ignore the leaders. Let them go. Let them go. Part of the whole not voting thing is doing it arrogant. Stepping away and telling them you're stepping away. I'm not listening to you for one good reason. In 1871, they took the U.S. Federal government and they put it in a little box and pushed it to the side, and they created a fake government. They created a fake government, a new constitution, and we are not obligated to follow that. We are not under that, and that's why you got this big sovereignty movement that's going around all around the United States right now. But please, let me tell you this, don't be sovereign today. Don't do it today. Don't do it. I got friends that the police pull them over, they're like, I'm sovereign, I'm a traveler. I don't have to show you my license. And the next thing you hear, pop, 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 and windows flying, glass, people, babies just dying there. Don't do that. Don't do that, because the police aren't trained. They don't know what sovereign is. They're as gaslit as you are, as I am, as we all were, because we didn't know this, and now we know. And so 1913 and 1933, they were just follow-ons. That's all they were. They were follow-ons. They're just more layers of protection they're putting on top of the scam that they had. But the original scam was getting rid of the federal government and creating a corporation out of DC, which was completely treasonous, unconstitutional, and they didn't have the authority. But we consent to it, and that's why they get away with it. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody? Ooh, all of that from a giant video. All of that from a giant video. But this is the world we're building. When people don't understand how the world works, we get ourselves in some interesting predicaments. And aren't we in an interesting predicament today? Where are my angry faces at? Somebody's supposed to be angry. I just said that Bernie ain't got no juice. How come somebody ain't? Y'all supposed to be mad at me. I just said Warren and Trump and Obama and all of them. They ain't got no juice. Now, it's not supposed to be laughter. Y'all supposed to be angry. What angry faces? Somebody's supposed to be upset. No, I'm getting ready to go vote. You can hang that up. You can just go ahead and hang. Dr. Evil runs the world. Do I fit? Does he look? There you go. There you go, my angry face. Dr. Evil runs your world. You don't have any nation. You don't have any court. You don't have a government. You don't have politicians. You don't have judges. You have employees, and they're all doing the job. The job's to imprison you, to make you stupid, to get you upset, egotistical, give you mental illness, so you can't read the law, so you have no idea how your world works. And so you'll teach it to your children, enslave them, teach them how to eat M&Ms and peanut butter cups, and make them mentally ill too. So they can't do anything about it. And I think we need to change the world. Anyway, good morning. Who was that? Augustine? Good morning. How y'all doing? I got to speak more to people on YouTube. They like to have these little conversations by themselves and forget that we here. All right, but that's all it is. I want to talk about the Act of 1871. Act. Oh my goodness. Is this a sick? Let me hold on. Let me download this and give you this picture. A sick time when America became a colony of slaves, a plantation of employees, and people just don't. Well, you know what? Do people care? I don't say that. Maybe people just don't know. I don't think it's that people don't care. It's just that schools don't teach 1871. Schools don't teach that we're slaves. Schools teach you to be patriots to your enslavement. That's what they teach. Right here, Act 1871. Let me put that right there so we got that right there. They created a separate government, and we're beholden to it. We don't have to be. Good morning, Ty. People, oh, here you go, Ty. Ty getting ready to start in the morning. People don't care. They're trauma bonded to their cult mentalities of the fear and desperation. Let them fail. Well, you know, they don't have a choice, Ty. There's no choice. Failing is the only option. There's no choice. But I like that word, trauma bonded. Ooh, I like that word, trauma. How you get so smart? What you do? What you eat for breakfast? What time? What you eat? Trauma bonded. I posted this not a minute ago. Not a minute. What did I post a minute ago? I already forgot. This my mind works in the morning. I drink my coffee, things come out my head. You need to stop fussing and fighting with people. And I appreciate Ty because I can see Ty is just moving in amazing places. Stop fussing and fighting with people. And I met Ty. Ty was the thug life. If you get anytime something got to hopping and popping on the thread, Ty was in the middle of it, yelling and screaming. Now Ty just calm, sitting back, just watching. We live in a mentally ill apocalypse, right? A lot of the people that you're fighting, you're not actually fighting the people. You're fighting the problem. You know, you've got people who have this plaque thing, right? Because you know how they like to smoke the cannabis and it's got the poisons in it. They like to drink the Coca-Cola, it's got the sugar in it. They like to drink the water, it's got the fluoride, chlorine. And all of these things affect epigenetics, right? All of these things affect gene expression. And if the genes that make up your neurons aren't working right, the genes that are supposed to be making up the immune system to clean the plaque that allows the neurons to fire, if that stuff isn't working right, you're not actually fighting someone. You got a lot of mentally ill people out here, and you think they're just people. You think they're stupid. You think they're crazy. You think all kind of things. You think they're a left. You think they're a right, and they're not. They're just mentally ill people who aren't really thinking clearly. Stop fighting with them. Stop fighting with them. Because I like that word. It's trauma. These people are in traumas. These people in these trailer parks and ghettos and barrios. These people in these political rallies. They're trauma bonded. Right? And the politicians, they know, the leaders know how to use those trigger words to get trauma bonded people to follow them. You know, these people need help. They're not bad people. They need your information. They need your wisdom. They need your patience. They don't need your aggression, your anger, nor your outrage. If you are privileged enough to not be mentally ill, stop fighting with the mentally ill people on the internet. and get them some clean water. Tell them stop drinking Coca-Cola, eating them Twinkies all damn day, listening to Bernie rallies and Trump rallies. 1871, people, 1871. So go on, Cedar, 1871, eugenics explained for beginners. Yes, Cedar, and eugenics was a part of it, right? Because the bankers have always been trying to rule the world. They just never had a nation dumb enough to do it. They never had a Congress that would actually pass an act to give bankers their own government. So the United States is a corporation. Please, somebody justify to me the reason why you should vote for somebody that's an employee of a corporation. So if the corporation owns a job description, the job description is crony capitalism. The job description is to make as much profit as possible because every corporation has to. It's a damn requirement at SEC. You tell me, why in the world would you vote for an employee of a corporation with a job description to not do what you want, but to do what makes these corporations big profit? Why does it make any sense? We got a whole new reason not to vote. Whole new reason. I'm coming up with a whole bunch of them. This is like a boxing match, people. We got to put the gloves on. Whole lot of reason not to vote. Because it's obvious now. Never really was obvious in my lifetime, but now it is so obvious. It is so obvious that this is a trauma bond. These people are trauma bonded because nobody's getting what they want. The left never gets what they want. The right never gets what they want. All they get is more profit for the corporations and less rights for them. We need to be able to build a world with more freedoms, right? To me, and from what I'm seeing and what I listen to these neuroscientists and the behavioral scientists that I like to refer to, is that the more rights people have, the more freedoms people have, the freer they are, the happier they are, the more pleasant. Like there's some sort of a direct correlation to peaceful choices. The more choices you give people that are peaceful, the less choices they take that are violent. If you had a government that was for you, they'd be creating more choices for you, not taking choices from you to give those rights to corporations so those corporations can make more profit. That's why you have poisonous cannabis all over this planet with flowers that just sniffing the buds and like, ooh, the terpenes, oh, and they're not terpenes, it's turpentine. It's a turpentine derivative. It's that stuff they use in Botox because they're poisoning your plants because people can't grow things freely. People need more peaceful choices, not less. Good morning, Sharon. Real giants are not speculative. Study how Smithsonian hid giant skeletons. Right, Ty, and that's how they got me on this earlier. I thought we were talking about the Smithsonian. I thought Abby Martin was going to talk about all the white folk they found with the red hair that was in the caves out the Native Americans done told us about. So nobody should have been surprised. Then the Smithsonian took all the bones and hid it. I thought that's what we were going to talk about. But and to a degree, indirectly, Abby talked about that. The real giants, the giant holding companies that own nations, the ones with the real power, the ones that hire governments as janitorial services for nations. Yes, I called your political parties janitorial services. Actually, I called them less. Your government is like the janitorial services department, and the politicians, the political parties are less than that. They don't have any power. They don't have any power. Now's the time to stand down. That's what I'm saying. Now's the time to stand down. Yes, liberties liberate. Yes, they do. Quit following the masses, do your research, and quit following the spin from media. I can't remember the last time I turned my TV on. Gloria, don't turn it on, girl. Don't turn it on. That TV, it'll poison you. It'll make you a boob, and not a good one. That's why they call it the boob tube. Absolutely. Read, research, do your own. And the funny thing about that, Gloria, is they don't hide the information. They don't hide it. They just don't say it. Which is why part of me thinks that this is a game, right? Because they don't really need the money. Follow the money so you know how your world works, but they don't need the money. They own the banks, they print the money. They don't need any more money. I think it's kind of a game. I think we're kind of like mice to them. I think that, and this is why, the whole free energy, aliens, all of that stuff, they got top secret technology that we just know nothing about. It's a game. They don't even hide it. They let it be released, and we're like mice in a maze trying to find cheese on the internet. It's there, but it's rare. Like yesterday, I got in trouble. What did I post yesterday? They blocked my post. And this is how I know this is important. This is how I know when you get to a topic you can't talk about, that's how you know that's a topic you need to research. And what I post, we posted on Israel yesterday. We were talking about the USS Liberty. Let me be clear, because every time I say it, people get that little anti-Semitism bone going, that the emotions and the hormones start going. No, we love the Jewish people. Yeah, we can, but the Zionists need to be put in some cages with some rubber pads and some psychologists to help them, because they're very violent people and they know nothing about the Torah. Outside of that, we're talking about the pilot that got away, right? The pilot that called in that question, because I was on a website. What was it? What was the name of the website? It was, did I post it yesterday? Well, I know they blocked the post, but I tried to do a sneaky post on it. It was like USTodayVeterans.com or .org, something like that. And Facebook blocks that website, so you can't post articles by it. It was an article that explained the Israeli pilot who called in the strike and said, whoa, I'm not gonna fire. That's an American ship. And of course, the NSA caught this. This is what I'm telling you, the NSA, they always know. We act like they don't know. They always know. Jamal Khashoggi, they always know. Nobody gets raped, murdered, killed, death, murder, death, kill, steal some M&Ms, shot by police. The NSA, they always know. There's no, racism in Charlottesville. Stop it. They know about this stuff way ahead of time. They got all your texts, your emails, your messages. They got learning software that are doing the predictive analysis that we were talking about on another thread that tell them what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. I've seen the software. It's scary. In fact, I've seen the publicly available software, and this was like 15 years ago. I don't even know what they have now in terms of predictive analysis, but they always know. And so the NSA knew that the pilot called back and said, hey, that's an American ship, I'm not gonna fire. And the IDF headquarters said, fire anyway. They knew it was an American ship. It literally attacked you. And this is not an angry message for Israel, right? Like, I really don't, to a degree, don't really care what happens in Israel. It's not really my business, right? Between the Jews and Zionists, they need to sock it out. It's not really my business. My business is my government. Why in the hell did my government, which is not really a government, it's a corporation in Washington, D.C., how come they allowed Israel to attack our own troops and didn't do anything? In fact, when our aircraft carrier responded twice, they called the aircraft they put back to say they were going to save the American. And how many, 30, 40 sailors died on that ship? As there was the coordinated attack between helicopter, jets, and submarines. And then you had 2 aircraft carriers that responded to go help our soldiers. And Washington, D.C., the non-government, called and said, oh no, you need to come back, fly back. No, you were not gonna go and defend the American soldiers from an attack from the Israeli Zionist government. And so, and there's something that somebody posted I didn't know about. I like to always add when I learn things. But the aircraft carrier, I guess the commanding officer, called the jets back. But he did something in a way to make Israel think he was responding. So he said something in a way to make, or maybe he called him back on a different channel. I don't know all the details, but it was deep, where he kind of knew how corrupt the U.S. government was. He knew this was wrong. He was an actual patriot. Those were his people. He served in the U.S. military, and he understands that we got political problems at the top of the Pentagon like everywhere else. And so he said the message in a way, somebody can post the details, to make Israel think that we were coming to respond, to get them to back off the attack. And that was one of the reasons with the Russian trawler why Israel backed off the attack and didn't murder all 100 U.S. soldiers. All right, anyway, how do we get into that? Right, because if you don't have a government, you don't have any protection. That's how that fits in. If you don't have a government, everybody can attack you. You don't have anybody on your side. Nobody's defending you. And this is where America is right now. America is left defenseless. We are defenseless. We do not have a government. No one's defending us. We are literally out here on our own, bucket naked, cold, in the cold, with no government. This is why you got people in the video we posted yesterday, the mole people in Las Vegas that live under Las Vegas. That's why you have that. It's not their job to care. And it's not like they even lied. What was this thing with the police where the Supreme Court ruled that, oh yeah, we have no rights, we have no obligation to protect you. It's not our job. That's why I'm all for that gun rally in Virginia, but also why I didn't go. Because you got to protect yourself. They already told you, no, we're not here to protect you. They're literally poisoning your neighbor, making them mentally ill by putting everything in their water and letting the corporation poison and gut the entire nation. And you can't even defend yourself because that's what they want. They want a fight club. That's what America is. They need a fight club. It's like Chicago. Did the war in Chicago end yet? I really don't give two damns about the war in Iraq. I don't give two damns about Iran. I love the people there in Afghanistan, but that's not my problem. They need to sort their problems. We need to sort ours. We got a war in Chicago. Is that still raging? It's not even on TV. What was it? Was it last year? 1,400 people died in Chicago. And then, of course, the left will say, yeah, we need to go help them. And the right will say, oh, well, it's because of mismanagement, because of the left government in Chicago or something. I'm just like, people, don't be stupid. It's because you don't have a federal government and they're gutting your nation. They're looting the entire thing. They literally, with banks and corporations, are poisoning you all and ripping everything out. Ain't nothing left. It's like a car, it's like a hoopty in the woods. They took everything. They took everything. Took the seats, took the radio, took the air conditioner. They done took everything out the car. The only thing that's left is like the plastic hubcaps or something. Like, I don't know, they're getting lint under the seat, see if they're pulling the mat up, see if it's a penny. They're looting America. They're getting every last drop. Like George Carlin said, it's a big club and you ain't in it. Brother Profile, again, the Constitution is a power of attorney that establishes contrived right to speak and act on behalf of the populace, the will of the people, that act as the public agent of the owner class. Okay. All right. I don't even know what none of that meant. It's too early. But I love Beaufont. It makes sense in about an hour, Beaufont, because I go back and I read the comments after the coffee sinks in. Yeah, I don't know how your brain does it. And ain't you on the West Coast? I don't know how your brain does it that early. My brain don't do. My brain wakes up and it's just like, hi. Oh, we're live. And I got to get a lot of coffee down here. But absolutely, the Constitution is a power of attorney that establishes contrived rights to speak and act. Which Constitution, though, Beaufont? Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the Constitution, or the one that they changed in 1871? Because that was another thing. I was looking at this. People said there are two constitutions. There's one that was the first Constitution, and that's still there and it's still in effect for the Americans. And that's what people who say they're sovereign citizens, that's what they're under. But then you got the Constitution that's Washington, D.C. You got the treasonous fake Constitution, the criminal Constitution. So which one are we talking about? We're talking about both or just in general? Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Courtney. I'm going to get down in comments. I'm way up over here. I'm going to go back and forth, actually, because I can see the old comments here, the new ones there. So I'm going to jump around a little bit. Trauma bonding. Daddy Stockholm syndrome. Absolutely. Reclaims anyways. Absolutely, Cedar. No question. It's Stockholm syndrome. And what I don't understand, Cedar, is why do people fight with other people that have Stockholm syndrome? They're only fighting the syndrome. They're not fighting the people, right? We're all in this together. We all gonna die together. The right ain't gonna get saved and the left ain't gonna get saved. We all gonna die together. These banks don't give two damns about anybody in this nation. They're poisoning a lot of us. They could care less. I don't understand why people following leaders anymore. Good morning, Tony Smith, and absolutely, I got your message earlier, did not respond. We will do a talk later. And now I'm in trouble because now the learning software just picked it up, said, okay, Gerard's doing a talk later with Tony Smith. And Tony Smith likes to rant, because I get in trouble anytime I bring certain people. I won't mention no names. I get in trouble with some of your pages I post to, and I got to go to Facebook jail. But I don't have a choice. Tony Smith says too many things that are truthful. Hell yeah, we're going to do a stream together. It'll probably get blocked on Facebook because he's always in trouble. But we'll do it on YouTube. Let me see. The earth doesn't make drugs. Corporations do. Ooh. Go on, Susan. The earth makes sustenance for physical and mental. For sustenance for physical, mental, and spiritual health. Absolutely, Susan, I literally posted something last week about that. You and I, we're thinking alike. Why? Because the earth doesn't make drugs. The earth doesn't make any drugs. The earth makes food. It doesn't make any drugs. That we need the Drug Enforcement Agency to enforce some drugs. The earth doesn't make no drugs. The earth makes herbs. You know, bananas are herb. That's another whole discussion. My mind's doing that variant thing. It's not a tree, it's an herb. That's why the banana's a fruit. But anyway, I go through all of that. The earth makes food, and things eat those food. The earth makes food for ecosystems. Cannabis, mushrooms, coca plants, all of that's just food. They told you it's drugs because they lied to you. Corporations make drugs, and corporations that buy governments with banks They make lots of drugs. And they convince dumb people that their drugs are medication, but their drugs are just drugs. And actually your medication and your food comes out the ground. That's what Susan's saying, and she is spot on. Laboratories make drugs. Everything that you need comes out in nature. That's why they're burning it and poisoning it and pillaging it while two political parties are fighting over ego. While the whole world is being dominated and invaded. The whole world, listen, y'all need to soul seek too. It's not just us. Y'all need to do some soul seeking. Y'all honestly do, because I don't know why y'all listen to America. We literally got a Chicago that's a war. We have a Chicago, it's a literal war ground. And we got a war on in every city. Why would we come to you and help you? If we can't get our cities right, why the hell do you want us anywhere near your politicians or your government? The minute your politician says anything about listening to America, you need to run the other way. These people have no idea what the hell they're doing, and they don't care. All right? And they don't care, because all they're going to try to do is get rid of your government and make a corporation there too, and bring you into the fold of slavery. Not like you're already enslaved, because you use it as their currency, as your reserve currency. Don't listen to anything they say. They ain't bringing no peace, no democracy, and no freedom to your nation. They're bringing bankers, Rothchilds, Rockefellers, Mellons, Carnegies, and oppression and slavery, some cages, a police state, mass incarceration, and banning more and more of your citizens' choices to make more of them more aggressively violent, and poisoning you to create epigenetic effects in your DNA to make you in conflict with other people. That's it. That's the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I'm like a mini-me. I'm like a little black mini-me. Anyway, good morning, Sandra. Good morning, Megs. Anyone who needs a leader isn't fit to choose one by definition. Absolutely, Ty. If you need a leader, you need to go back to daycare or something. You need to get some hugs and love and mama something. We're at that point, y'all. We're at that point where we're choosing between extinction or not. You don't need any leaders. You don't need to be led. You're a grown adult. Pull your big panties up, pull your big drawers up. And if you need a leader, then you need to go get some more love from somewhere and just kind of sit this one out while the adults kind of figure out how to fix the world. We actually want to stay. I know I say I'm with nature and I am with nature, but I kind of like us to keep going with nature. So y'all need to just sit back a little bit. Sit back a little bit. Let me see. Good morning, SD Levia. All right, truth, hashtag truth. Yes, superwoman. And that's what we need, SD. We need more superwomans. We need superwomans. We need supermen's. We just need to stop with the super babies. We need some super maturity. That's what we need. Stop fighting with people in comment sections and on this left-right ego nonsense. Stop fighting with mentally ill people and help people. Hello, missing. G's lectures mostly. Enjoying the time away from the U.S. It sounds crazy as usual back there. It is crazy, Sandra, and I don't lecture because, Sandra, I don't know nothing. Girl, I say it every morning. I don't know nothing. I don't know anything about the Act of 1871. I ain't even read it yet. I'm just pissed off because it makes sense. I mean, I'm going back and I'm reading law. So I did my Federal Reserve Act, and I understand 1913, I understand 1933, and I ran up to the Act of 1871, and I just feel I don't even need to read it. I'm not even sure I'm going to read it, Sandra. So I'm not giving a lecture on it. It just makes sense that now why the Supreme Court never defends the Constitution, why the federal government never defends your Bill of Rights, why the left never does anything left wants and the right never does anything the right wants. But they all do what corporations tell them to do. And now it makes perfectly good sense. And I kind of knew it, Sandra, because my friends have been posting this stuff for a while. I just don't have enough time to look into what the giants are up to. But now the giants' feet are getting so big, stomping all over this earth, destroying ecosystems everywhere. Now we got to pay more attention to it. Good morning, Gloria. Good morning, Ron. Let me see what else we got. We learn the most from failure. Apparently, only in the individual level, groups just keep spinning. Yes, failure is a great way to learn. So we need to fail. That's why I do this, Susan, to fail. That's what I do. I come out here and I say things. And sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. We correct it and we move on. I say I was wrong on this, right on this. Let's keep moving forward. You know, somebody's got to be stupid enough to get out there and trip in front of everybody else. And if nobody else be that, thine stupid person be me. I'm okay with that. I laugh at myself all the time. It's a funny world. I can admit it's indoctrination. I don't even know myself, so half the time I'm just laughing at my indoctrination. Let me see. Don't fight Don Quixote's windmills. Record and release. Hold your true friends dear and call them to witness. Yes, Cedar, absolutely. Hold your true friends dear. Hold your enemies dear too. Hold your enemies dear too, because we don't have any. There are no enemies. You ain't got no enemies. You have no enemies. Nobody's your enemy. We are all fools. Not enemies. Fool is a difference. We were all fools. A fool is fooled. An enemy is somebody that hates you. And nobody hates any of you. Like we talked about earlier, everybody's trauma bonded. So hold everybody dear. That's how we get out of this, because it's going to take everybody, because they can get us all. They can get everybody. Dr. Evil, y'all. All right, Lex Luthor, big corporations, they own these things. Real, it's just nobody got an Iron Man suit. If they got the Iron Man suit, it's not coming to save you from falling out of burning building. It's coming to push you out or blow up the building. Okay, that's what they do. Profit and power, follow the money. Good morning, Michael Diamond. You are what you eat and drink. Yes, Gloria, people need to stop eating, drinking, and sniffing poison. Right? If you ain't growing your own cannabis, I think you need to hold up on it. I think you need to either grow your own, you need to know your grower, or you need to back off of that. They use the most noxious, toxic chemicals to grow that stuff. So it's free, back to let it, until Washington, D.C., the invasion corporation that's dominated this country, until we get them to back off, you need to grow your own. I'm sorry, you need to grow your own. And no states are making it legal because the states want to cut in on the money. They want a piece of the billions. That's why they're not making it free. Oh, they're freeing, they're making cannabis legal. Cannabis was never illegal, ever. You have a corporation in DC that has a police state and cages, and they'll put you in those cages unless you do what they tell you, because you got a pharmaceutical industry that wants to sell painkillers. That's what that's about. Then you all got all the other compounding industries. Remember, increase peaceful things that increase people's choices. Don't limit those choices. When you limit those choices, it's like putting a mouse in the maze. You're gonna get more violent choices out of people. Give people more peaceful choices. Don't take away peaceful choices. And that's what's wrong with the world to me. But they've dominated the whole world from 1871. They finally had the ability, so the billionaires bought a government. They created their own. They finally have that, and they've dominated the whole world. That's why you have a world empire, because money is free to them. They can print all the money for all the tanks that they need. Russia can't fight America. You know how dumb that is? Russia, now the American government will let Russia kill a lot of Americans, but Russia can't fight. You can't fight bankers. They print the money. They can make endless drones. We believe in the money. They literally could send 1 billion drones to and blow the entire nation up if they chose to. And we do it because we like food. We work for money. We're slaves. As long as we're slaves on the plantation picking the cotton, we'll do anything they say. We'll keep working. We'll make the rubber, the tires, the wheels, the bombs, the bullets, because we still believe, and we need less people to believe. Could also just ignore them. Works better for me, takes a lot less energy. Well, Megs, and I agree with you. I mean, I say why you're ignoring the politicians, if that's what we're talking about. Say why you're ignoring the leaders, and then ignore them, because they need your attention. They need your energy. Someone was speculating that a lot of this is about energy, right? That whoever these giants are that run this planet, whoever these giant monster conglomerates are, that they already have all the money. They got the earth. For them right now, it's just a game. It's more of a game and maybe about energy. They want you to focus on them. You know, same with the politicians. Like, their job is your energy. They need your time. They need your belief. It's kind of like the Ori. Anybody watch Stargate? Any Stargate fans here? Don't make me geek out for a minute. If you don't want me to geek out, just say, no, we don't watch no Stargate. Don't even talk about it. With the Ori, they're a species of ascended creatures that are all energy. I think a lot of these stories come out of Hollywood are real. They somehow get handed down in story time and storytellers. That's why music and books bring back a lot of things that were true from the ancient past. Maybe sell your memory, who knows what it is. But they gain in strength by people worshiping them. Like, the more people who worship them, the stronger the Ori get. And so they go to galaxy to galaxy to get more planets of people worshiping. And I think that's how these bankers are. You know, that's how politicians work. The more energy you give them, the stronger, more powerful they are. And the only people who get big voices to get a lot of power are the ones who get the most money. The ones who get the most money is the ones selling you out the most. The only reason you heard of Bernie Sanders because he's been selling out a lot. The only reason you heard of Barack Obama, he's been selling out a lot. The only reason you heard about Trump is he's selling out a lot. That's the only reason you hear from him. You ain't gonna hear from poor people. Not gonna hear from common people. I had a Barack Obama. Am I allowed to do a Barack Obama quote? I want to do. I want to do a Barack Obama quote if I could. I have to preface that with I didn't vote for the man. I didn't vote for the man because I stopped believing in a political party a long time ago. But he said something that's true. What did he say? He said, the only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide. I love it because they don't even lie to you. That's why I'm saying this is a game. It's a game. I think they tell the politicians they gotta say the only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide. And that, of course, that came from Obi, the man who waged war on whistleblowers. Had the most. He ran on transparency, didn't he? And he hid more than everybody. Except for Trump. Trump will hide more than him because that's how it works. Every president gets worse because in a corporation you have to excel. They got those. What are those reports that you got to do at the end of the year? I forgot those. I had my staff, they did them for me, and I had to do them for my boss. The performance reports, I forgot what they're called. At the end of the year, American presidents have performance reports, and they have to, at the end of their elections, at the end of their term, see if they can run again, see if they can get elected. And well, listen, I made the pharmaceutical industry more money. I didn't drop so many bombs for the military industrial complex. I didn't took so many rights from the dumb monkey people. I got this many people believing in me. Oh, they running, screaming in the streets. They got bumper stickers and tags and buttons and having campaigns. They're starting pages for me to run in 2020 again. And I think that's like their performance report for these bankers and corporations. And that's the way bank loans work. Why would they print the money? Because they're making them big time money. I done created more secrecy. I turned evaluation. Yes, Ivana's talking about. I done turned on AI on the internet now. It controls Facebook, controls Google, tells the silly dumb monkeys what to do. Give you a little insight into some exposure. I didn't work with predictive analysis software. Corporate America is what scared the hell out of me because when I saw that predictive analysis software and its ability to take in gigabytes. Yes, it's not even a word because the amount of data they pulling in now, I have no idea. And it crunches all that data and it puts together a profile for you. I was on another thread, I think, who was over there? The druggies and some of the nasty people. I'm not gonna mention their names. And we were talking about Brother Matt. He was talking about AI. He was talking about learning software and them collecting all this data. And what they're doing is they're putting together profiles for everybody. Every single one of y'all got a porn profile. They know when you're excited. They know when you want to go look up your porn. They know that it only happens on Wednesday nights at this time because your wife goes to play poker with her friends. There's girls' night out on Thursday or something. Or the husband, this is when he's going at the bar cheating, trying to find somebody new. So you do. They know when they got masturbation profiles. They got porn profiles. They got all your naked pictures. They got everything. They know when you go to work. They know when you don't go to work. They know when you take a long lunch. And they crunch all of that data. And they're literally putting together a picture to predict the future. And this is the crazy stuff. And I only saw this much of it. I saw a little small piece of it, a flavor of it. But the amount of power you have by predicting people, and I was posting on that thread and I got in trouble because I was geeking. I got my pocket protected because Matt asked me the question. They was posting nasty pictures and memes and stuff. It was funny, but I had to go to that. I had to go there because he took it there. And I said, but that's not what's scary. Like, this is what I saw 15 years ago. I have no idea what they're doing now. I've been out of that industry for so long. Even though I was in the industry, in the private sector, you don't get to see what they're actually working on now. You just get to see what they're releasing to the public. And those are the things that I saw back then. I think about now, like tie this in with Facebook, with them like trying to play with your emotions, make your day happy, sad by showing you certain posts by people like me, or Ty or somebody make you cry. And add that to what Deborah Tavares said from Quiet Weapons for Silent Wars when they found that CIA document on the plane. All of this fits together to build this world. What I think about now is control, right? Like, why do they do all this? Why do they collect all the data and predict the future? Was one thing to get all the data. They need the machines to do that. They need the software to crunch all the data. They need the predictive analysis software to tell them what's going to happen, perhaps in the future. But then the next step is what Facebook showed you, is to control the future. Everything's about control, and how do they do that? Well, if Facebook got caught trying to control your emotions, they're trying to control your day. And this is what I was doing. We were on this thread, and they was upset. They was like, "Shut up! Stop talking about it." We just wanted nasty pictures and memes. I'm like, no, we need to think about this because what are they doing? Well, they're controlling your divorce. How do they do that? Well, they want to ruin your day. You're on social media talking about truthful things. They need you to be a little depressed. Just how they put all the chemicals and poison and fluoride and chlorine in the water. They can get you a divorce. All because they know who your wife is like hot on. They know his name, named John. He at work. They know him because they see the emails that go back and forth. And the learning software crunches all of that, and it puts them in a potential cheating category, right? And then when John is in there, and then like AI can make a little message from John to just that person. They can make it so every time, you know how you go on Facebook and it shows you, oh, people you should be friends with. They can start, this software can make people interact more. It can do things to try to control the situation, controlling the future. They don't need a time machine. All they need is sufficient data and AI. They can get you in an affair. They know who you like. They got your porn profile. They know what you like. They know how you like it, when you like it, why you like it. They can change your preference. They know some of your exes that you still ain't give up. You're still crying at night thinking about whatever. Then they know that they didn't flip and turned on to something else. They can bring that person back in your life, and all of a sudden they text you. They can make them think about you by showing them pictures and all of this stuff. See, this is the scary thing about 1984. This is why it was not supposed to be an instruction manual, because you're giving all these people behind the software the power. It's not people doing this. People don't have time to do this. People, they're struggling like us. The politicians, they dumb as we are. They got to go to work too. They got to get bacon for the table, but it's all software. Right? And someone could just type in, ruin Tony's life. And the next thing you know, whoever Tony loved gonna run into Rico Suave and things happen. I just don't think, and so if they can control your marriage, they control your personal life, they can control your dating profiles, who sees them, who doesn't. What's this thing where you swipe left, swipe up, swipe down, pick your nose, whatever that, Tinder, what's the name of that? I've never been to this site. But somebody posted something the other day. Who was Sister Helene posted? It was deep. She posted a question. She said, what would you do if you saw your coworker's spouse's profile on Tinder? And I was thinking about it. And I've never been on Tinder, but I think it's a nasty site because of what some people post. I think it's probably a dating site where you hook up, or a hookup site or something like that. I said, what would I do? I said, well, I don't believe in getting involved. I believe in getting back. Is it Trender? Did I say it wrong? Tender? Yeah, Tender. I believe in like passive control. Like, I don't get down with the cheating. I don't like the cheating, lying, stealing. I'm not interested in any of that. And I like to trip you up. If you're cheating on somebody, don't ever tell me. I'm going to do my best to trip you up, right? Because I don't believe in a lying world. But anyway, we're not going to go through that. There's a lot of history tripping people up. That's what I do. I create a profile. That's what I would do. So if I work with I work with Rebecca, and Rebecca, somebody was slipping out on them, and I seen the person slipping out on them, I would create a profile on Tinder, and I put Rebecca's face. And I would go to his profile, and I don't know, what do you do on Tinder? You blow kisses or something, or you send hearts or something, or I would send a message, and I would say, hey, listen, honey, we need to talk about this later. And that's all I would do. And I would passively, like a Rothchild or Rockefeller, fade into the background. And so, of course, when he gets home, he's like, Rebecca, we need to talk. I just had a profile because I was doing this, and I didn't even create it. Somebody else created, whatever. And then you can have a discussion, and the world becomes real. But control. All right, anyway. 1871. Look it up. It's a thing. There is no U.S. federal government. It's a corporation. All caps. It is a complete corporation. You can stop voting for corporations. You can vote all you want for the janitors. Not going to change the job. You can vote all you want for the accountants. Not going to change the job. You can vote all you want for the president. You can vote all you want for Congress. It's not going to change the job. Their job is to mop the floors. They're given a script as an actor, and they do exactly what they're told. We need to build a new world. We need a paradigm shift, and it's not going to happen as long as they keep their number one tool, the most powerful tool these giants have. And that's people who believe in the system. People who listen to the leaders, people who listen and they follow the television. That's their greatest power. It's the only thing that they got. They actually have no power but our consent and our belief, like the Ori. Y'all need to watch Stargate. I'm watching the whole series. I'm going to watching all this. There's so much truth in these shows, y'all. So much truth in them. To me, sci-fi is not sci-fi. I think there's a lot of truth that you should look at. So anyway, Now I want to show. Let me see. I'm gonna take a look at the news real quick. Active 1871 is what I'm looking into. Spend my day listening to people researching it, because that explains what you see here. It explains all of this. When all of this don't make no damn sense, all this news and like, well, why are people so worried about where the president puts his penis? Because 1871. Why is the government not going after Epstein and Epstein Island and the Enterprises? 1871. How come the U.S. government's invading every single nation? They say they care about children, but they're dropping buildings on babies. 1871. How in the world can the U.S. government wage war against Russia, China, Zimbabwe, Iran, Iraq, all at the same time? 1871. Why is it that the war on drugs ain't coming to an end? 1871. How come the U.S. needs a border all around it because people keep running there because no one wants to talk about the fact that blowing up everybody's nations? 1871. How come the U.S. doesn't have universal health care? 1871. How come health care isn't actually health care, it's disease management? 1871. You get what I'm saying? All of this, it makes sense when you know how the world works. When you don't know how the world works, you're just wasting everybody's time. Love you to death, don't waste everybody's time. And at this point, if I'm talking about 1871, I'll be wasting your time. I need to go read the law. I haven't read the law yet, but it makes perfectly good sense. Let's also get the news real quick. Can your boss now access your private medical data? Yes, 1871. Why? Because I worked in corporations and I worked in corporate America and I could access your private data. All right, I'm just gonna tell you that. I didn't because I took the training and I would never do that, but I could. And of course your boss can. Why? Because all that information is on corporate equipment. All right, and they're going to use that data for whatever they want. You work in corporate America, we got everything. We know everybody who's been talking to who did what, who used this to do that, the other, the corporate equipment, and then you broke the employee handbook. When it's time to fire you, we can fire you. Everybody in this nation, everybody in the world right now, if you work in a corporate environment, they got enough to fire you. And when it makes sense for the bottom line, you will get fired. That's just how it works. You just stop loving slavery. These people are scamming you. Anger amid new protests in Puerto Rico, 1871. What's Puerto Rico got to do with 1871? Well, because Puerto Rico is a slave colony. Why do we need a slave colony? Because we need worship. We need to pull other nations and states and pseudo-states in. We made Puerto Rico a slave colony. They don't give two damns about their power, what happens there. We use weather weapons to destroy the country and their power grid. And as long as money's being made, those people in conflict with each other, they fit right within the American model of conflict, keeping them chasing capital, but only making enough capital to keep them enslaved. That's how so new protests, they should protest. They need to be protesting 1871. New China virus spreads to the U.S. World Health Organization calls a meeting, 1871. Why do we have no medical system? How come we got viruses? Well, because people live in poverty. They don't have clean water, clean food. They're creating bacterial infections because they're eating Snicker bars, all right? This is why 1871, you're making sick people. They're cultivating the worst diseases and viruses on the planet through impoverished areas. How it's happening in San Francisco, just how it's happening in China. If you don't take care of people, they screw monkeys and goats and got chickens. They don't wash them and they poop on their food. They create avian flus and it's going to come out and kill everybody. And when it happens, you don't have a pharmaceutical industry that's focused on fighting bacteria and parasites that are always trying to reclaim our energy and kill us. 1871. Why? Because they're trying to make things to make your penis harder. They're trying to make things to make your penis bigger. They need to make your boobies swell up so your husband, distractions. And they play into the 98% monkey thing. And that's why I keep saying 98% monkey, 1871. They know how you work. They know the psychology. They know why you work. They know the conflict that we came through as chimps and where we are today. And they know how to play you against somebody else. Chimp less. You don't have a left and a right. You just got a bunch of dummies. 1871. All right. And this is a sick thing. I don't mean to do this. Y'all know this, right? You know that we just get on here and we talk. Y'all post stuff and we read and we share and then all of a sudden it just starts, it makes sense. Like the real world makes sense. That's the scary thing. The fake world doesn't make no damn sense. You start reading all of this, it doesn't make sense because American democracy and freedom and we love babies and like it don't make no damn sense when you think about it from that perspective. When you think about it like from 1871, everything is domination and control, it makes perfectly good sense. History repeating itself. Another Great Depression, 1871. Why depressed people are profitable. That's it. Makes perfectly good sense. This whole Trump thing. Oh my God, what Trump is doing this. Trump ain't doing nothing. That man is an actor. He's doing exactly what he's told to do, just like Obama did. 1871. They don't have no rights. Well, maybe the president's got a little bit of power. No, the president has no power. No power. Do you know any wealthy people? Do you? Do you know any wealthy people who own businesses? Do you? Do you know any wealthy people who own businesses that let the employees make any decision that's outside of their profit? Think about it, how it works on your scales, how it works on their scale. As above, so below, don't be a fool. 1871. Like this idea that congressmen and presidents, the useless eaters, the monkeys, the people that they let us die from the most ridiculous, curable ailments on the planet. Do you actually think they would let you control their profit? Rubber companies and oil companies and banks and drone companies, AI and software, high-tech companies. You think they would actually let you elect someone to control trillions and billions of dollars in profit? If so, that would be the dumbest, wealthiest people I've ever heard in my life. And they ain't that dumb. They're not that bright, but they sure enough ain't that dumb. Let you have say in their corporation. Not gonna happen. Recession ahead. Feds try desperate measures. 1871. Yes, there's a recession ahead and the Fed can't do anything about it. Why? Because even the Federal Reserve is just a tool. It's a tool within their cabal. Trump trials begin 1871. Get everybody focused on something that does not matter so nothing changes. Emotions. Number of, whoa, hey, what the hell is that? I'm not even sure this is 1871. Did y'all see what the hell? Did somebody put that in there? Number of snap penises reaches all-time high in the UK. I'm sorry, I gotta read this one. I don't know what's happening in the UK. I don't know if this is 1871, y'all. This might this might be because they're using the damn fleshlights and they ain't washing them like we talked about yesterday. Them fungus get in there, you gonna snap stuff. I gotta look at this. I'm sorry. This might actually be some real news. This might be something that's important. Whoa. Snap. What are they doing in the UK? Y'all thug like.
Somehow this little gem of a story slipped by and hardly anyone noticed. So I feel like it's my job to make sure it gets out there. Why? Because it's about penises, which are very, very important. Apparently, the UK's National Health Service just logged a record number of something called snapped penises. Yeah. In 2019, 164 men in the UK had to have their penises treated by a doctor after they snapped them, which is a huge increase of 38% over the figures for 2014 and 2015, according to the very important journalistic institution, The Mirror. So of course, the first question you probably have is, what the hell is a snapped penis? As the NHS explains on a page of their website entitled 5 Penis Facts, there aren't really any bones in the penis. Even though we like to say men get boners or go to the boneyard, all these bone references to penises are actually factually inaccurate. But still, says the NHS, you can break your penis if it is violently twisted when erect, as the tubes that fill with blood during an erection can burst. I'm guessing about half the dudes watching this just quickly clicked off the page. But anyway, the NHS says this kind of snapped penis or penile fracture can happen during sex, when the penis accidentally thrusts up against a partner in some weird way. They say that it's a rarely reported condition, but that there are probably way more cases than anyone realizes because men are too embarrassed to report it or get treatment. But
this ain't 1871. This is not 1871. This has nothing. I'm sorry, I'm a little scared. I didn't go nowhere. I'm still here. I'm just, whoa, hey, whoa. All right, so one thing's for sure, I am not going to the UK. There's something about the water there. It creates the bristleness in the penis. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hang on.
But alas, in 2019, it happened so much.
As if we don't have enough problems. Don't we got enough problems? Ain't enough problems in the world. Now we got to worry about snapping. Oh, come on. This is how I know I'm in the wrong dimension. This is how I know. It's not funny, but I'll be honest with you. I ain't telling y'all. This could be snap penis fake news, because if I snap my penis, I ain't telling y'all. You know what my friends post all damn day? Hell no. I wouldn't tell nobody neither, so I understand. It's probably epidemic, because ain't no way no man gonna tell you. No, she's functioning fine. No, it can't do nothing. It's like a limp noodle. Well, that's not funny. That's not funny. But drink more water, guys. Drink more water. That's what I'm saying.
As to set a record for the
hang on, this has got to be related to 1871.
country. So, what's the deal? Why are there so many more snapped penises now? According to another venerable journalistic institution, The Sun, experts say the rise in cases might be due to older men taking more Viagra, although the NHS numbers show that it was men in their 30s and 40s who were most affected. Another theory as to why...
Could be older people. It could, because I think, things get a little bristly, a little dry. You get a little older, cracked up skin and stuff, thick enough. Maybe you could snap something. I guess maybe. Could be 1871. Why? Because people need more happiness, and this is why the porn, pedo, all that stuff is through the roof now. Because everybody goes online for this stuff. Because I don't know, they're trying to find their happiness, which I don't know. I don't know. I guess, people more depressed. I guess so. I guess they would be more into this stuff if they're trying to find joys. They got to go to work Monday through Friday. They're not free, working 7 days a week, 60 hours a week. And the wife's like, listen, all you might get 3-4 days out of me, but you not every damn day. I know work is hard, but it's not gonna happen. So maybe it's because we're a slave colony. Because slaves probably, you know what? Think about it. Let's think about it. If you have freedom, you're not like always trying to hump something. You're not always, because if you got freedom, you got bushes and you got things and heights you can go on. You can go looking for bonsai. You got a garden. You got work to do. You got real things happening. You're like the other joys in the world. But I guess if you ban everything else and you don't have cannabis, you don't have mushrooms, you're not tripping, you're not like seeking yourself and in the sixth sense, then I guess it makes sense. All you're going to be doing, because this is what they say about poor communities in the country. Like all they got is alcohol and sex. That's why they're outbreeding everybody else. Alcohol and sex is all they got. So I guess you would. So this still could be related to 1871.
Why this is happening is more plausible. That online porn is encouraging people to try more adventurous and risky positions. Mm-hmm. And that's the explanation that rings true to
Real talk. This is a personal one. This is personal. That's I'll be honest with you. Listen, yoga sex is something. Okay. Yeah, I'm investigating. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm very curious. Very curious. Getting my stretching together. I'm just getting prepared. I did the yoga, but maybe yoga at your age, right? Like don't try to do 20-year-old yoga. Don't do 20-year-old yoga sex with this arm there, this leg there, that flip that. Because something about muscles and stretching and all of this stuff. So there's something there. But yeah, the internet, it sounds like a good idea. That sounds like it's true because people got a lot of new positions and things you can do and put that there, that. You got all the toys and the AI. Oh, goodness, I didn't even think about the AI. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is going to be an epidemic. I didn't even think about AI. So, if broken penis is a thing now, and you're just talking about flesh and jelly, but now you're talking about servos and motors and step motors and metal and hard rubber and things that break. And this is why you would never find me with no sex robots. It's never gonna happen. I don't know how we got here, 1871, but you imagine an error with like your computer, right? Your computer, what do? You just reboot it. Like, it's no real problem. You just reboot it. Can you imagine an error with a sex? Because they got them for men too. In fact, they got the men's sex dolls. What was I looking at that had this on? It was Rogan. Rogan was talking about it because he had that lady on there who had the sex robot. I posted that the other day. And they said they got the male ones. The male ones get down like a dog or something and just get the humping and doing without. I don't want to do that with my hand. That's kind of nasty. But you imagine that thing gets into an error-like condition? Somebody hacks your sex robot. Shoot. You won't just be broken penis. You won't have broken guts, stomachs, backs. Like, how men, they come out, they feel all good. Like, yeah, I broke her back out, ripped her back out. She's like, yeah, baby, you didn't break my back out. Like, yeah, okay, you sure did. I hadn't seen that thing for 30 years. You ain't never broke nothing. But yeah, baby, you didn't broke it out. AI that can switch sizes and stuff. Because you can do that. It can change sizes. All right, I'm done. That's too deep. Let this finish up.
Because have you seen what's out there? Holy crap!
Shoot, you might type in 6 inch and might end up with a a foot and a half.
Talk about degeneracy. Online porn is insane. It's surprising to me that it's making people have more sex instead of just being grossed out and desensitized entirely. Anyway, I don't have a point, other than I just wanted to do a story on penises, because it's really fun to say. Penises, penises, penis. You're welcome.
That's the truest thing that woman ever said. I'm sorry, that's true, because you like to say it. You like to say it much as little boys like to touch it. That's just how it goes. It's a great word. It's a great word. Nobody really likes saying vagina. I don't even know why are we even on this? That's because it's my fault. The penis is a great word to say. It's a great word. I love that word. That might be the only English word I really love. Penis, 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 penis. Penis, 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 penis. AI right now is flipping out like, what the hell is this? We're going to ban this one. It is a great word. And that's more oppression on women. Like, why would y'all let them call y'all the vagina? That's like a medical term or something. Like, I don't even, all right, stop, get off of that. 1871. Hey, why do women not have any rights anywhere in this world? Any significant rights? Nowhere near what men have. 1871. Slavery, they've dominated the whole world. The only reason that nobody has any rights anywhere in the world is because America was bought. It's a corporation. It's owned by people who don't give two damns about anything, and they enslave everybody. You go invade and destroy their government, then women don't have rights in that country. They're getting raped entire towns in 1871. 1870, everything comes back to 1870. That's why the world is being dominated, because the Americans won't take back their government. All right, let me comments got to get out. Oh, wait, all right, I guess I should look at the rest of the news. Let me do the rest of the news and we'll go. 1871, but you're just going to take a minute to link the penises to breaking penises 71. It just sounds like in the UK, y'all need to lift less weights or something. I don't know, ban porn in the UK for a minute or something. It probably happens in the US more than anything else, but ain't nobody saying nothing. You know, because, okay, let me think about that. Yeah, it's not happening in the U.S. because you know why? I don't know UK. I know some UK people when I used to work in the pharmaceutical industry, and they are honest. They're honest. They're a little more honest. They say honest things. But women in the United States, nah, I don't think they wouldn't hide that. The men are hide it. Women, they don't keep no secrets. I'm gonna let y'all know a little secret. I don't tell women nothing. Okay? They don't have any secrets. This is gonna sound bad for a minute. I get in trouble. 1871. Women, they gotta share information. 1871 is keep taking all women's rights. They got to talk to their girlfriends. They got to talk to their sisters. They got guys. You know what? You know all them secrets that you have, you and your wife, all them little quiet little secrets and all that stuff that y'all. You ain't got no secrets, bro. You ain't got no. So she done told. They got to work together. If they don't work together, we've been done. Patriarchal rule has been dominating these people for the beginning of time. They ain't stupid. They know it's strength in numbers. Bonobos and chimps, women know that it's strength in numbers. They ain't no secrets. If they was breaking penises in the United, because you know women, you know how guys get excited by it. Oh yeah, she was walking funny. Oh, I'm just a big guy. I'm this, that, and the other. All that macho stuff. Women like, yeah, they cry. Women fake it like, yeah, I guess I want to get married. He got a good job. Yeah, I'll pretend like I'm walking funny because they fake everything. I'm sorry, they do. Now guys get excited. What would a woman do? Like, not like your mama woman. And maybe not even I guess my age, when we started getting a little ignorant. But nowadays, with these women, these little young girls running, cussing in the street, yelling and fussing and fighting like they're boys, you think they gonna break a penis in pieces and be quiet about it? Hell no. Oh no. You probably have a website. It'd be like, IBrokeHisPenis.com. And they have all their pictures and faces, and they have resumes, and I done broke 4 penises. I done broke 7 penises. I done broke his penis. He thought he was breaking me. I done broke him. All right, I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I don't say nothing else on that. I just 1871. Y'all want women stop getting together, the whole break penis movement. Then 1871. Get your country back. Get the republic. Get the republic back. It's all related. All right, I'm done with that. Oh, Lord have mercy. I should probably start reading the news before I do this, shouldn't I? Oh, goodness gracious. The UK, they're kind of like California in a way. They lead the way. And all right. Whew. All right. Impeachment Tropicans. Oh, Lord. All right. I'm done. All It literally, they never, I never heard no vagina broken. All right, I'm done. Impeachment trials begin while Trump is in Davos. 1871. Keep everybody focused on impeachment. Focus on the people that don't matter. The actors, they ain't gonna change nothing. You impeach them, ain't nothing gonna happen. Mass incarceration ain't gonna change. You ain't gonna get no universal basic income. You're not gonna get the universal health care. You're not gonna get anything. But you impeach him, it's gonna help everything because all the problems started with him. Ego. Fake fantasy. 1871. Focus on things that actually matter. You don't have a government, you have actors. It's their job to get you to tune in like it is in Hollywood. Huawei strong response against the U.S. in Davos. 1871, Huawei doesn't love you, neither does Cisco. Doesn't really matter who it is. All the 5G companies are creating technology to control you. Nobody loves you. 1871, you can't stop them. Why? 1871. Why? Because it makes profit. They're rolling out all over the world. You can try all you want. You're not going to stop it. President Trump and pedophile Epstein using the same lawyers. That's not surprising. Not surprised. Surprise you. Don't surprise me. I didn't grow up around these people. I understand these people. 1871, right? If it's profitable, they'll do it. As long as you got kings and lords that actually run the lands, they're going to do whatever the hell they want to do. After a while, they get bored. They like to take risks, like how the people breaking penises in the UK. It's because you want to take risks. After a while, you get bored. Honey, try this. Put your leg over here. Put your arm on the shelf. And you end up with a broken penis. People like to keep it new and fresh. And after a while, billionaires, they get bored. They want to do other things. They got a world they can abuse. They've got a nation full of slaves that hate each other and fighting each other so you can do anything you want. 1871. 1871. We get to decide, we decide. And until this day, the monkeys still decide that, it's a good idea for lords to run the land. As long as lords run the land, they get bored, they're going to do the worst things on the planet. Pedophilia, hunting children, all the stuff they were doing on that island. And you can tell because ain't nobody going after them. Why the Democrats and Republicans ain't doing nothing about Epstein Island or the rest of them? 1871. They got a job to do. And the job is not going after pedophiles to keep you safe, nor your children. Their job is to make money for the corporation. All capital United States Corporation Incorporated. 1871. Nuclear threats. Iran needs to show they have strength. 1871. Yes, they do. Why? Who's that? Colonel West? Okay, yeah, they got to show that they got strength. They know what America is. They know that America doesn't have a government. 1871, they got to show nuclear strength. If you come over here, we's going to kill all us. That's what they going to do. We got nukes. They don't have no engines on the nukes. They ain't got no gas under the nukes. They don't have no missiles, no phalluses that might break as they come out. They might break and it'd be a problem if it breaks. They don't want it to break. All they got to do is blow up nukes in their own country. 1871, that's it. 1871, they know America ain't a government, it's a corporation. Corporations need profit and Iran has oil. Therefore, the corporation is going to use its Pentagon and its people to go over there and steal as much as they can. And it doesn't matter how many 98% monkeys die because they don't support the troops. They don't care. 22 a day die, and you have veterans that live under New York City and under Las Vegas. 1871. 1871. They let people, they let their own soldiers be shot, killed, death, murdered on USS Liberty. Hell yeah, they will in New York City. 1871. That's why Iran knows. Iran knows. They don't have a Rothchild bank yet, but they know who's coming. They're blood. They're going to kill all us. They'll blow up every single nuke they have in their country. Doesn't need to leave the land. Doesn't need to go off on the phallus missile. They can stay right there. They can destroy the ecosystem. Everybody's going to die. Yes. Oh, Lord, did Kim just say the fallacies? Oh, okay, who's that? Capriana? You want some popcorn? Yeah, okay. Well, eat popcorn. Just not GMO. Who's that? Capriana, listen, just as long as they ain't popcorn from America, because popcorn from America is grown from genetically modified corn. Genetically modified corn has tons of pesticides in it, and its DNA has been altered outside of natural human consumable corn. Don't buy any popcorn from America. 1871, being poisoned right through that little bag of Jiffy Pop. You're gonna die, and you got to put it in the microwave anyway, and it kills. All right, I'm about done. I gotta go. My phone bird is hawking at me. It means I gotta go. All right, let me see. Legless skateboarder. Ooh, dubbed Brazilian. Tony Hawk. Oh, Tony Hawk is legless? I didn't know Tony Hawk was legless. But he lost a leg? He used to be a stunt guy way back in the day, I thought. Okay. But that might actually be news. That might have not. Well, no, that's 1871. He's trying to make money. Why in the world? I don't go skiing with two legs. I don't even do that with two legs. You go skiing with one leg, you got to make money. You trying to put some biscuits on the table. You got some kids, they need food. I ain't got one leg. I got to make this happen. I got one shot. I'm going to do it. 1871. You build a colony full of slaves and everybody needs capital, and capitalism going to rule. Doesn't matter if you put communism, socialism, doesn't matter any of the isms you put in. It's going to be cronyism. Why? Because everybody needs capital. Everything is capitalism, and the cronies print the money. 1871. That's why Tony Hawk or whoever is skiing with one leg. Nobody wants to ski with one leg. Why would you ski with one leg? You don't even want to go to work when your knee hurts. When your knee hurts, you don't even want to go to work and sit at the desk. Hell no, nobody want to skate with one leg. All right, 1871, free the people. We need to free the human race, and that's not going to happen. We're still being ignorant to each other. Who is this? Avenatti doesn't get to complain about detention. Lionel. Well, I don't know who Avenatti is. I know who Lionel is. I like him. Detention shouldn't exist. 1871. The only reason detention exists is because people do things that we think is detentable. Every law is illegal. I'm sorry. I don't agree with none of your laws. If it's free for people to do, it's a personal freedom. That's their right. That you're not an authority of rights. You're not an author of rights. Government doesn't give rights. People are born with them. 1871. There's no such thing as a political crime. You can't have detention. And besides, when you give everybody the things that they need, they got land to live on, they got food to eat, grass to lay on and piss on, and whatever they want to do with, they become happy people. Happy people do happy things. 1871. They built a slave colony. They got free energy devices. They got the robotics and the food to grow food for everybody and build houses and cars. Everybody could have a Ferrari, but we're still too stupid fighting each other over impeachment. 1871. The television and the news keeps you stupid. All right, I'm not gonna do the rest of these. They're all 1871. It's all 1870. Y'all get what I'm saying? All right, let me run my mouth long, you know. I got slavery. I gotta go. I wish I could do this all day. I can't. 1871. I got slavery. 1871. I got bills. I can't sit here and tell you that the secret men trying to rule the planet. You should know this by now. How old are you? Okay? How old are you? I hope you're smarter than I am. Damn, it took me almost 40 years to figure out how the world works. 1871. Indoctrinate a whole lot of people. I'm going to have to skip past the penis comments because I'm BFF and we go back down to that. So I'm skipping down to the bottom. And the weather, yes, Debs, 1871. Why would Australia burn up? 1871. Make a whole lot of money using geoengineering weapons to burn up, was it Brazil and Australia, California, wherever. 1871. How come California doesn't have power? They still turn people power off over there? 1871. Why? Because California doesn't have the money if it wasn't paying income taxes to the illegal, unconstitutional, corporate lie of a government in Washington. Right? What happened if California kept all their income tax? Huh? Would the power go out? Would PG&E have the ability to create a power grid that doesn't catch on fire? Would they have a space force? Would they have the death energy rays? 1871, the federal government can't make a space program with lasers they shoot from the sky to burn up land to put in subway systems and trains from San Francisco to LA. 1871. They got all the money in the world. They can do anything they want with it. And the one thing they'll ever do with it is help you. They'll give you just enough to keep you alive, but they're not gonna do nothing to help you. You gotta help yourself. 1871. That's right. How's that saying going anyway, Citizen Debs? He who controls the weather controls the 98% monkeys, because the monkeys is under the weather. The monkeys eat bananas, and the bananas are an herb that grow in the ground that creates bananas. It needs sunshine, it needs soil and food. He who controls the weather and poisons the land controls the monkeys. That's how that saying goes. I know I made half of that. I made 98% of that up. 98% of the monkeys. All right, I gotta go. Here we go. Last couple comments. So much y'all here today. Let me see. Brother Mark is in the house. Yep, that's scary. Hookers are bad enough, you know. What? Be bisexual is a bummer. Don't run out of money. Damn. Are hookers scary? I don't think hookers are that scary, Mark. Hookers scare me. They're not scary. They're not scary. They scare me. They're not scary. They scare me because of what's going on downtown, but they don't scare me any more than the men with the flashlights who don't wash them damn things and get all kind of fungus is growing. That's why I said yesterday, Mark, I'm gonna be a monk. I have no interest. If y'all growing funguses because you can't wash your little sex toys and you sleeping with, I don't need to be there. I have some fungus rule the world. They've been here before trees. Fungus was here. They're too smart. Fungus is too smart to be anywhere near my people. Nope, not gonna happen. So yeah, hookers scare me, but they're not scary. you know. But anytime someone talks about hooker Johns, listen. Everybody has a right to do whatever you want to do. I have no business. You don't wash your fleshlight. You want to be sexual deviant, run out there, do whatever you want to do. Do you, boo-boo. Be the best you can be. Just wear a label or something. Let the rest of us know. We don't want that. Like blue, itchy, green bumps with hair growing out of them and people, little monster bubbles and things coming out. Just let us know. Let us know, number one. Number two, anytime you have a nation where you got people, little girls, man, little boys, they both do it now, who feel that they gotta sell their body to make food, to get food for make money. That's not a country. That's 1871. That's not a country. That's a slave colony full of fools who want to keep it. Why in the hell would you keep something called a government that has children that become hookers? They have to sell their bodies to live. Think about that. Like real talk. Think about that for a minute. You want to vote for a government that's okay with children being born into debt in their nation so bad that they feel they got to sell their booty holes, their vaginas, their penises, their mouths, whatever they're selling to live. You know how sick that is? 1871. Hell no, I ain't voting for this. I'm done. All right, I gotta go. There's that Tony. Tony, penis. We're sick. We're sick. That's why I always laugh. I back out to a laugh, because if I really think about this, I cry. If I really think about this, I cry. When I listen to Chris Hedges talk about those Philippine hookers, the little girls that become hookers in the Philippines, they have the same PTSD that soldiers have. I almost cried. 1871. I'm done with it. I'm done. People, I can't have nothing to do with this. Can't have nothing to do with it. These people are nuts and crazy. 1871. 1871. The act of 1871. The day the United States decided it was a good idea that they don't have a government, because they felt that they'd be better off as slaves being ruled by people. 1871. Yeah, hookers don't scare me, Mark. People scare me. People in large groups, very scary. Hookers don't scare me. People got to do what they got to do to put food on the table. But we should know better, those of us who aren't in those grounds of mental illness and struggle. We should know better to not keep this system going. All right, I gotta go. Keep it flowing. Thank you. I want to keep it flowing, but I gotta go. 1871. I gotta pay my bills. 1871. All right, let me see. You tell us stuff every day. I tell what I tell. Yeah, I try to say stuff every day, Max. I try to say good things every day. How about in Ireland? Oh, whoa. I try to get away from the pink. Y'all still men have I can't say that. Why would you say that? Did y'all see what she typed? Did you type that? Did you know you was typing out loud? She said in Ireland that the men have small penises so they can't break them. You know how I mean that is, Armando? You stop being so mean. Did you type that out? Like, you're supposed to say stuff in your head, girl. Not everything that goes in your mouth. Size don't matter. I don't think it do. Don't it? Is it? Sure. Does it? All right, I'm leaving. I ain't going down there. Till the people start talking about me. Say, didn't you say that you're part Irish? Yeah, I am. I got a little Irish ancestry, and you can pass me some genetics of my ability to fight and be mean and wage a sword and stuff, but he did not pass me the penis genetics. And if he did, I would not tell you. No, I would not tell you. Not after she typed that. That's how people, y'all, you know, because when people find out, then you can't get none. All right. That's just, how y'all go there? I don't know. Why y'all go? It's too early in the morning. 1871. Yes, Mary, that was the year. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Kim. I got to get past the penis comment. Way down. Thank you, Susan, for see, Susan always raising the bar. Thank you, Susan. 1871 made us a corporation. 1913 gave everyone a UPC code. Exactly. In 1933 created the Federal Reserve, and after that, all the laws, they could just go to town. Just go to town. They owned everything. Kit and caboodle. Let me see. Let me get down. Oh, who's that? Kim did. No, Susan put Kim try to take it back down. She's talking about fallacies. You're not gonna take it back down. I gotta go. 1871. We're destroying the ecosystem worldwide. Yes, Mary, we are. 1871. Gerard, you keep confusing Las Vegas with Los Angeles. Yes, I do, Ivana. 1871. There's too many losses. Las Vegas, Los Angeles, one spell LAS, the other LOS, and it's too much in my head, too much going on. All I know is this: you got poor and dying people in Los Angeles and Las Vegas, same lost thing. They lost. Everybody's lost. 1871. We're lost. That's I confuse everything. It's too much, way too much. That's why I got y'all here to correct things. I can't focus on the details. I'm supposed to be on the camera, let everybody laugh at me. Y'all supposed to get the detail. All right. And Ivana started all this, by the way. So there you go. Keep it high vibing from Caprina. That's all we can do. Keep it high vibing. Talk about the problems, but always mention the solutions and keep your vibe high. Keep your vibe high. Don't vibe low. Listen to what Bob Marley said. High vibrations. Keep a high vibration. Don't let people pull you down into their negative dark side. There's some people supposed to be in the dark. Don't get me wrong. Some people supposed to be in that dark. But understand why they're in the dark. Don't fight with them in darkness. You stay in the light. You stay high vibing. Don't ever get down in the dirt, you know, and then respect and love people in the dirt too. Don't fight people because you got supremacy and mental illness, right? Because you got a mom and a dad. You had a good family. You grew up in a nice area. Don't use your supremacy over people. Use your supremacy to help people, right? Just because you can beat them up in the comment section, make them look stupid, that's not helping anything. That's hurting things. All right, natural antibiotic. What's a natural antibiotic, Lori? We was talking about natural nasty biotics. We was talking about funguses and stuff. But there's something, oh, you talking about the lemons or something? What did I miss? Good morning, Sharon. Good morning. I gotta go. We're about to go. Infinite love. Yes, infinite love, everybody. Beautiful people. Yes. Oh, Lord. Mark taking it back down. Penal colonies, what dicks they were. Okay, I agree, Mark, and good word usage, good word salad. But we still are a penile colony. It never changed. We're a patriarchal world. Every colony is a penile. Like the whole concept of having a colony controlling people, all of that came from patriarchism, using your more strength and numbers to dominate people. Every nation's a penal colony, and I think from now on, that's what I'm gonna call them. They're penal colonies with fallacy missiles and fallacy governments. Absolutely. Good word usage, Mark. I'm gonna keep moving though. We're not going down into the salad. I gotta get out of here. Let me see. All right, I gotta go. That's it. Boom, down. Last comments there. Last comments YouTube. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go. 1871. I got bills to pay. This is not free. I gotta pay the sound team. I gotta pay the video team. I gotta pay the graphics team. I gotta pay all of them, and they all got bald heads and brown. They and they live in a penile colony where they gotta pay taxes and buy food. All right. Yes, elderberries. Yes, elderberries are antibiotic. Yes, Lord. Food grows out of the ground. Herbs come out of the ground. Drugs, medicine comes out. No, medicine comes out of the ground. Drugs are made in labs. Absolutely. Claudia St. John. Good morning. Let me see. I have grown rather fond of Susan Worcester after all. Yes, Rebecca. Susan, she keep it high vibe. She always keep it high vibe. She lie a lot, but she keep it high vibe. She was over on the nasty thread, Rebecca, pretending she nasty. She's like, oh, we thug like, we're this, we're that. And I'm like, Susan, you're not a bad girl. You're a good girl. Don't pull up, girl. Don't pretend like you belong over here with the rest of the dregs down in the gutter. She was like, because they got that thing on Facebook where I guess you click on it and it tells you how much of an a-hole you are. I ain't clicking on it. I ain't clicking on it. I think Courtney clicked on it. It was like 100% a-hole. I was like, yeah, that's probably right. That's right. But Courtney, she wanna be. She bad girl. She like it bad girl land. And then I think Susan clicked on it and it was like 0%. 0% a-hole. She was upset. She's like, this ain't right. And I was like, no, that's right. That's about right. Don't pretend you're a bad girl. You're not. Don't go down the bad girl lane. Stay out the gutter. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. So I agree with you, Rebecca. She always kind of, everybody's got their place. That's just not your place, Susan. You tell us about the aliens, ancient archaeology, raise the vibe, be honest. Because she always posts like real good stuff. And then you got the people just in like bad people town, like Beaufont. He always in bad people town. Daniel, drug users, druggies. And it's not drugs, it's just medicine growing out the ground. You got Christine. Christine, she trying to keep it high too. I watch y'all. I'm not y'all don't come and watch me. I watch you. I just don't always get in people's threads and posts, but I watch the stuff that you post. Certain people like to keep it high, other people like to bring it down. Keep it high, absolutely. Keep it high. And be wary of getting high, because all that cannabis is being grown out there in the woods, and they're putting the worst pesticides and poisons on it. Anybody got a last word for us so I can go? 1871. I gotta go. Is there a bonus question? Pretty sure I can get over 100. Oh Lord, you know Patricia Hauser can't take the test. They ain't gonna let you. They ain't gonna click, because you know if you go to Courtney's page and you actually click on it, it's not even gonna let Patricia Hauser go to the page. It's gonna be like get an error. she click on the page. Am I an a-hole? Click. It's like. It's like we don't have calculations that high. The measurement's not gonna happen. You got people. Well, Patricia Hauser, they come for. Well, you know what? If we ever had a witch burn, they come for her. They come for her. She always posts. All right, I gotta go. Anyway, it's Gerard. Listen, it's 1871. Act of 1871. Focus on that. You ain't got no government. Stop acting like it. Stop acting like these politicians don't work for you. They're actors. They work for banks and corporations. The United States is a corporation. It's owned within Washington, D.C. Please stop voting for the janitor, thinking he's gonna have say in what the corporation does at the higher levels. Stop voting for mailmen in Congress thinking they can do anything other than stuff mail and envelope. Gerard, I gotta go. Y'all have a wonderful day. I love y'all to death. I'm out now. Bye-bye. 1871. If I can find you, I can't believe you actually did broken penis. UK, y'all know what's wrong with y'all. Oh, Lord.